Hey, welcome to the Punks for Progress Weekly What the Fuck Report. I'm Punker Mike. That's Aaron.
What's up, bro? What the
What's going
fuck?
on, dude? What the fuck? Holy crap! What the fuck happened this week, huh?
A hell of a lot. Well,
I
2 weeks
know.
since we've been around, right?
Yeah, we're catching back up from recuperating from punk rock bowling.
Yeah. So, which we're old, so that took like 2 weeks, I think, for us to do. Right? So look, man, we're going to tell you all about punk rock bowling. We'll save that towards the end. There's a lot that we could have shared with you over the last 2 weeks, but because we haven't been around, we're going to skip a lot of stuff and just kind of touch on a couple things, and then we'll get into the big stuff, right? So, so for starters, it's no secret there's an investigation going on, and Trump has hired an attorney, right, Mike?
Yes, there is an investigation going on. Trump has hired an attorney, and, because innocent people always hire attorneys.
Well, right. Well, and I don't want to sweat him necessarily for lawyering up, but what's interesting, and the reason I even wanted to talk about him getting an attorney, he needs to get an attorney. He should have an attorney, even if he did nothing wrong, bro. Because, there's an investigation. Get an attorney.
He's got attorneys. He's got tons of attorneys.
Well, that's true. Well, he hired one specifically for the investigation going on, and apparently this cat was the lead attorney representing some Russian bank, is my understanding. That's called a sneeze.
Yeah,
that's a Punker Mike sneeze. Thank you for muting it, my friend. I appreciate that.
Couldn't hold that one back.
So that's just interesting that's a connection, that it doesn't really mean anything. It's just another thing where the word Russia comes up, and so we mentioned it. There we go. I guess we're in on the big red scare nonsense now. But there's another revelation that came to light this week, bro, about a group called TigerSwan.
Oh my God in hell, yeah, TigerSwan, and the security firm hired by Energy Transfer Partners to control the protesters at Standing Rock, of all things. Fucking ridiculous. These guys referred to these peaceful protesters as terrorists.
That's right, as terrorists. So, they were there to do COINTELPRO, which is counterintelligence programs, and it was insurgents is the word that they used. Insurgents. They called them insurgents.
Shit, right.
So, these were peaceful protesters demonstrating so that all of our water wouldn't be destroyed. And there's been already leaks on the Dapl pipeline.
There were leaks before it even started flowing, right, bro. But apparently it's flowing now, so God only knows. Or their great white God or whatever. I'm just saying, it's their burial lands, man. It's their lands that my understanding is we gave them. Oh, hey, you know what? We're sorry we're going to take over all your fucking land, okay? We're going to give you this little patch way the fuck up in nowhere land, North Dakota, okay? But you can have it all. Oh, wait a minute. Now we want to put a pipeline through it, so we're taking it back.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So screw the treaties. What treaty has
and then now
if it's indigenous people anyway?
And then we're going to hire this fucking anti-terrorist group of a bunch of guys that worked in Iraq and worked with the military. These are ex-military guys.
Right. It's just basically this group came up as a direct competition to Blackwater, which I think is called Z now. Or it might even have a third name now.
No.
Because it has such a bad reputation and they have to continuously change their name. Because they're fucking mercenaries. They're murderers. That's what they do for a living. And
they get off on killing people. They get off on war and war games.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So video games apparently aren't fucking enough for these people. So I'm sorry.
Right. Well, and so this Dapl demonstration, this water is life message, to them they want to rank it all up and turn it into some violent confrontation because they're just itching for it. And that's who our government hires and pays to go down there and do this. Well, our government, Dapl.
Well,
but,
Dapl, yeah.
But hey, President Trump was invested in Dapl. President Trump was invested in Dapl, so it's not a stretch to say the government.
Yeah, it's funny, Aaron. Nobody's brought that one up in a while, have they?
Right. So, look, just be aware. They're called TigerSwan, and
we have private companies fucking hiring anti-terrorist groups to take out peaceful protesters in this country. So, fuck us all.
Right. And there's legislation all over the country being passed in local state legislatures that are taking away your right to peacefully assemble. There's all kinds of laws going around. So, look, we'll move on from TigerSwan. And, Portland was a pretty big deal this week, bro.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Go, Antifa. Go, fuck. Oh, talk to me.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. So, the two things that I went to in Berkeley, the first major clash, not the Ann Coulter, Milo Yiannopoulos one. I wasn't there for that. Same thing, right?
Ann Coulter? Really? She was there? Right. Ooh.
Yeah, well, but I was there on the 15th, as most of our viewers know, and it was just disturbing, and it was, I came away from it not certain that, the Black Bloc had handled itself properly. Not that they were to fault, or don't take me the wrong way. I stood on their side, and I wholeheartedly believe with their consternation and their anger towards these fascist Nazis. I don't mean to say that they were wrong in general, but I would think anyone involved with Antifa probably is making the same critique that I'm about to, which was that in the end, the tactic of Black Bloc, that Mike, that sort of put on your mask and that anonymity, and a lot of times there's circumstances where that tactic and some of the other things, that the more controversial things that Black Bloc will do, I believe that there are circumstances where those are useful, advantageous tactics to employ, but after seeing it used as an opposition to the alt-right, I don't think it was effective. And I think that the vast majority, of the Antifa people agreed with me, because when the alt-right came back, 2 weeks later, I was there for that, and Black Bloc didn't show.
Right.
And at first,
we talked about that.
And I was disappointed. I was like, what up? Where's my comrades? Where's the Black Bloc? And then really in thinking about it afterwards, realized that they're smart. That's the thing. We talked about it in the What is Antifa show. These people, it's the majority of them, there's exceptions to every rule, but the majority of them are intelligent, well-read people who have well thought out reasons to be upset. There are elements within Antifa, which are young people maybe who want to romanticize rebellion, and they enjoy masking up and telling cops to go fuck themselves. That kind of stuff can feel really good. But I think the majority of it is they want to use it as a useful tactic to achieve a goal. And I think they realized that wasn't the greatest tactic, to be confrontational and come with that physicality involved in the mush of it all. And in Portland, it wasn't that. They came, they were assembled properly, they just brought a massive presence. It was a 10-to-1 ratio, dude, of
right, that's what I heard.
Of opposition against the alt-right thing. So for every one alt-right Nazi fascist scumbag, there was 10 people who were in opposition. And it wasn't all just anarchist, all black blocked out. There was just your average American citizens who had realized that because of what this fuck knuckle did on the train there, murdering 2, attempting to murder 3 people, who was born out of these same groups, straight up, chilled with them. Some of these groups are trying to denounce him now, like, oh, he's not a part of what we do. And they're also, and I'm not going to say his name, so if you're looking for it, but he, at one point, I don't know if you know this, Mike, but at one point he trolled as a quote-unquote Bernie supporter. So he was just a Nazi dude who was like trying to pretend to be a Bernie supporter to troll and stir up shit. And so some of these alt-right groups are going, he's not part of us. See, he's a Bernie guy. And it's like, it's just all nonsense. He's a straight up Nazi. He is 110% part of that community. And if anything even remotely positive can come out of this fucking horrible tragedy on the train was that a lot of people realized, whoa, these aren't just guys in silly clothes with Trump flags and stuff. These aren't just your average Trump supporter. There's a difference. These people truly are racist, fascist thugs. And Portland said, no, dude, fuck no. And they are empowered.
They feel empowered.
Well, I would argue they are. I mean, there's a Proud Boys demonstration coming up down in your neck, bro, down in Orange County. It's the OC Proud Boys.
Proud Boys. It's a whole fucking bunch of them.
And well, hold on a second. I'm not talking about the one that's going on in San Bernadino this weekend. There's another thing going on in Orange County. It's the Orange County Proud Boys, and they have two fucking state fucking legislators that are coming to speak at their fucking event, dude. These are Proud Boys.
My state legislators?
Yeah, they might be local city legislatures. I'd have to revisit the article again.
Probably going to be from Orange County or Orange County reps.
Right.
In the state.
And so like
behind the orange curtain. Sorry.
Right, man. That's state collusion. I don't give a shit how you want to look at it. And listen, here's the thing about Proud Boys. I know I've said it to the show all the time, but I want to put it in perspective, is that they take an oath of misogyny. They take an oath of misogyny. You cannot be a Proud Boy unless you take an oath in favor of misogyny. So any type of if you have if you have a county representative or a state representative that's associating with these people, you might want to take note. You know,
I would like to find out who these people are, because I've got a bunch of people I can get to start tweeting on them and writing letters and calling them every day. I got a whole fucking faction of people over here in my neck of the woods that love to call people. Got nothing better to do than call representatives all day long. Trust me.
Yeah. So I just want to commend my fucking comrades in Portland and everybody else in Portland that just came out, even the ones that aren't anarchists or socialists or any of that stuff that came out in opposition to me. You guys fucking kicked ass, and they they were rewarded for standing up for freedom and equality and all American people by being attacked by the PPB, the Portland Police Bureau. They straight up attacked the Antifa people. Once the alt-right rally was done and those people were safely fucking out of the park, they converged on Antifa and started attacking them and tearing down their signs, and then totally kettled them in and used their chemicals. Dude, I saw a video of them shooting at least 100 fucking rubber bullets, and I swear to God, if my racist Trump-supporting cat jumps in front of the camera again, I'm sorry, you guys, I will decapitate it. I'm sorry, he's a racist, and he's a cat. What am I supposed to do?
Isn't he still a Trump supporter? Is he still supporting that motherfucker?
Yeah, he was totally...
You need to shave his ass. You need to shave his head.
He wouldn't talk to me for 2 days when I came back from those Berkeley rallies, man.
Shave his head. Shave his head.
But what was I saying? Is that I saw a video of them shooting them. They must have been like, the pellet guns or the, whatever, like hundreds of rounds, just pat, 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 while like 10 of them in a row, just opening fire, pat, 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 on people who were not converging on them, people who were not being a threat to them. They were just like, just indiscriminately shooting these people and throwing chemical fucking weapons at them.
Pepper spray, yeah. Well, here's one of the things. Coming from a liberal lefty side of the, somebody who sits in front of the TV and watches the news, and I'm not talking mainstream news, but anyway, when you dress in black and put on black masks and hide your face, you look like bad guys. I know better. You're not bad guys. Y'all are the good guys, but you look like the bad guys. So it gets kind of confusing to figure out are the bad guys the one waving the flags, or are the bad guys the one dressed in black with masks on?
That's right. And I think and I talk to, I have a lot of friends who are liberals, and their general consensus is like, look, I kind of get, fuck racism and stuff, but like, they're still super hypercritical of them because they don't understand the messaging. They're not getting the messaging from Antifa. I hear people who hate racism and are very left-leaning or saying Antifa are thugs. And I do believe that the vast majority of the Antifa across the nation, bro, know that, and they're adjusting accordingly. And that's what I do want to give them credit, because I've seen on the commenting and the articles and the things that are coming out of It's Going Down and anti-fascism and stuff. They're they're making these same sort of criticisms of themselves as well. So we're not trying to put you down. Actually, I want to commend them for
adjusting.
For evolving. And
exactly.
Right. And I think we saw that there in Portland, and we've seen a lot of actions where anarchists and Antifa are they're getting smarter and staying a step ahead. But what I actually wanted to get back and say is that all these sort of same liberals who are a little intimidated by that ominous presence that Black Bloc creates, they look at the converse of it. They look at the other side, bro. These alt-right people, they look silly. And they sound silly. All the surface imagery and stuff just seems like a big joke. And here's the thing. It's on purpose. They are knowingly presenting themselves in a very, humorous, don't ever take us serious manner.
Yeah,
except for free speech. We care about free speech and stuff. They want you to know they're serious about that. But they look like idiots, and they know it. And they have this, oh, we don't really mean it. Oh, it's a big joke. And I think that message has been kind of resonating and getting across in the general populace. They want to make jokes. They love laughing at it and pointing out how stupid they are, these people on their alt-right. And so the people on their alt-right, when we do that to them, when we laugh at them and point out how silly, they go, that's right.
Okay, however, now...
Because now you don't know how... You're ignoring what a true threat I am by thinking I look silly and ridiculous and weird.
Yes, I agree with you to a point.
Okay.
Up until what you made a comment about when it came to Portland. After that fucking asshole did what he did on that train, people are figuring out, guess what? They're not cute and funny and ha ha ha, let's laugh and blow them off. No, they're fucking fascists and they're here to kill people.
For real deal
fascists. To fucking kill people. They whip out their knives, they run over people. Let's mention that. We haven't talked about that because that happened. Right?
What's that?
London Bridge. The assholes that ran over the bunch of people at London Bridge and then jumped out of their fucking bus with knives and started attacking people. Thank God they only had knives because, only 7 people died? And 48 people got hurt instead of if they had an assault weapon and could have killed 50, 60, 70 people. Yeah. So, I mean...
And Trump's tweet about it, did you see that?
Yeah, I did see about it. I didn't know what he's talking about, having a debate about guns. No, but we should be having a fucking debate about guns.
I know.
But
he didn't even understand what he was tweeting.
No. But the bottom line is, I think that I know I'm starting to wake up, and maybe it's because of the show and because of what I've been exposed to, but I think others on the left are starting to wake up. And I can't speak for the fucking mainstreamers as well as the right wing, because you know what? I'm watching fucking C-SPAN tonight, and they're talking about the Comey testimony and shit, right? And they're taking calls from different numbers: the Republican number, the Democrat number, and the third party number, and the out of country number, right? And I'm listening to these Republicans yelling and screaming about how nobody's giving Trump a chance, and if you just back off of him, and they're not even confirming his cabinet, and I'm like, you know what? This sounds like fucking liberals when Obama was in office. It's the same fucking thing. Why don't you give him a chance? You guys are yelling and screaming how, he's not even born in this country and all this other bullshit. You didn't give him a chance. And now you're yelling and screaming that liberals aren't giving fucking Trump a chance. Wake the fuck up. You people are stupid as fuck. They're never going to get it, bro. They're never going to get it. But I do think
some people are.
Majority,
you just said that. You just said that people are getting it. Some people are.
I do think there's a majority of people that realize that, one, Antifa are the good guys, and two, that these right-wing, alt-right assholes that drive around with full-sized flags in the back of their fucking truck are a bunch of idiots, but they need to be taken seriously. Because they can cause some real they can hurt people and they can cause real damage.
That's right.
And that's what happened in Portland this weekend when 10-1 people showed up and said, not in our fucking community. And what happened? They shut them the fuck down. So that's going to lead us to can we segue into what's happening this weekend, because
absolutely.
They're fucking at it again. There's a whole anti-Sharia law First Amendment demonstration all over the country this
all
Saturday. All over the country.
In your community, for sure. Wherever you are, it's in your community.
The only one in Southern California, bro. The only one in Southern California at the Inland Regional Center right here in San Bernardino where the people got shot in December a couple of years ago. Right fucking here. You're going to hold an anti-Muslim Sharia law because, you know, Sharia law can overtake our fucking Constitution, and all the secular people in this country are going to let it happen, as well as the fucking Christians and the idiots in Congress. Seriously, it's not going to fucking happen. This is a bullshit demonstration. This is a demonstration by a group that's been called by the Southern Poverty Law Center a hate group. Straight up. They're a fucking straight up hate group. That's the bottom line, man.
Yeah.
And
Proud Boys, 3%ers.
Already said they're going to be there. Going to be there, and we're not fucking having it. So, I'm going to go there. We're going to get as many people as we can, and we're going to fucking shut them down. We're going to bring noisemakers, and we're going to shut them down. We're not giving them a platform to be racist in our community. It's not happening. And not here. Not where we all had this horrible tragedy happen in our community.
I wanted to comment on that a little bit, if you don't mind, Mike. Because I mean, like, look, it's your neighborhood, okay? The dude that committed that mass shooting was Mike's neighbor, okay?
But he actually lived down the street from me. I mean, like within a few blocks. Was born in this country. I think he was from Illinois somewhere, and then came out here, and actually worked. He killed his homies, the people he worked with, man.
Yeah. This was a disgruntled worker who had been, like, confused and whatever, and then probably mixed a bunch of his whatever religious faith he happened to adhere to up in his thing, and
got hooked up with a radicalized female.
Sure. But the thing is, and what they did was fucking vile. Okay, and I'm no fan of any organized religion. Okay, but they all can result in this type of behavior,
violence.
Right, and the point that I think that, and Mike, please correct me if I'm wrong. I think one of the things that Mike finds so disgusting is that they're going to exploit this tragedy in his home that his community is still fucking reeling from.
Yes, absolutely.
And use it to espouse a hatred of people. Less empowered than themselves. And
people
it's fucking
from
gross,
a different
bigotry.
Religion and a different country from them.
Right.
Absolutely.
All that. And they're going to say, okay, so this piece of shit, these two individual pieces of shit did something. They happen to be Muslim. Right. So we're going to fucking come here and exploit that tragedy and the heart-wrenching effects it had on that fucking community to espouse their hatred. It's gross, and I'm really stoked you're going there, bro. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. What would be the difference? If I showed up in Portland to protest that fucking white supremacist asshole that killed those people on that train? What's the fucking difference?
Right. Yes, what you're going to do in San Bernardino, you're protesting the same exact thing. What Mike is going to stand against in San Bernardino is the exact same thing that happened in Portland this last week. It's the exact same thing that happened in New York City. And I'll tell you this too, man. You know, our good boy, Comrade Abear, who comes on our show regularly, he was he went to demonstrate against Milo in New York City just a couple weeks ago, and the same dude that's in the thumbnail of our video coverage from the Berkeley clash, the guy in the thumbnail bleeding out his nose, he was there in New York City berating our good friend and comrade Abear and two women that were with him. And Abear did not get in these people's face. They followed him down the street. Look it up on RT. It's a Rupley video. You'll see it. It's the same guy. Then guess what? Same dude in Portland. On video in Portland. Same dude that was in a Mayday video in Portland. Same dude that was in Boston. It's these same faces, Michael, we're seeing at all these places.
Protesters?
Well, look, they're doing crowdfunding. Can't deny that there's crowdfunding going on, and their ignorant shitbag supporters are giving them money. But there is a lot more money going on. So there's this other dude, he's like a Samoan guy, I'm not even going to say his name. He has another one of those stupid alt alt-right superhero nicknames, base douche liquor.
Base douche liquor. I've heard of that, dude.
Right.
Yeah.
And then there's the Trojan condom based man and whatever, all these people. So this guy, he's kind of a large Samoan guy.
They don't want to use their real names because why?
No, that's not even part of it. They get these names by beating people up. They do something stupid and fuck and hurt somebody, and that becomes their name. So base Stickman got his name because he used a stick and he whacked an Antifa guy with it. So that's his name now. So it's really brilliant, But anyway, so this dude who's he's a 3%er guy. He cruises around with these freedom whatever dudes, and he's been at all these things. Now there's Facebook video of this guy that he posted on his Facebook page of him rolling around in money on his bed talking about the tooth fairy is real and how fucking fighting Antifa is paying off for him. Where the fuck was that money coming from? So don't tell me that there's... Yeah, George Soros, right? That's the thing too, bro. It's like literally every criticism that the right wing has leveled against the left, 9 out of 10 times just isn't true, but every single time is 110% true about the right wing. So you're being funded by George Soros. No, we weren't. But your guy is rolling around in money on his bed on fucking Facebook.
The first hand to cackle laid the egg. If you smelt it, you dealt it, motherfucker. I mean, come on. You call it, obviously you're doing it. You're pointing the finger, you got 3 fingers pointing back at you. Oh, look what you're doing. Oh, wait a minute. I've got 3 fingers pointing back at me because I'm fucking doing it.
Right. And so, anyway, I think we can kind of move on from that a little. No, we can probably move on from that a little bit. We will definitely give you a report back. Mike's going to do a lot of video and get footage from this demonstration in San Bernadino. I just wanted to mention real quick, bro. We did talk to the Refuse Fascism people, and there's going to be a huge faction of them out there. Mike's going to be chilling with them. And so what's up to our Refuse Fascism friends? What's up? No to the Pence-Trump regime. And yes, I put Pence first on purpose because he's
hopefully I just wanted to mention that my girlfriend is going to the Resist March. They've changed it's Pride Week, Pride Month, Pride Week, no Pride March. They've changed it to the Resist March. She's actually going to the festival, and we'll take some pictures of it and kick it down to us. So we'll have some pictures of that hopefully in one of the upcoming shows.
For sure. And then, okay, so on Sunday, I had the awesome opportunity to go stand in solidarity with the prisoners' hunger strike at Folsom Prison. This past
Folsom
Sunday.
Prison Blues, baby.
Yeah, on June 4th, Sunday, June 4th, and
good for you, bro. Good for you.
Dude, it just got a lot of heart from a prisoner peeps, dude. So there was a lot of great people that came out and talked. There was people there from the San Quentin Six, people there from Underground Scholars. Dude, Underground Scholars are the shit. What is up, Underground Scholars? Okay, so look, prison services some of them offer educational services, and they tell you, oh, it's college credits. You get out of college, though, and you find out that the credits are for shit. They don't transfer to anything, and then, so you've wasted all this time. So that's one of the things that Underground Scholars addresses. They go and they inform these prisoners, no, that class will not be a transferable credit. You need to take this one instead. This will be transferable. So that's one service that they offer. But they also, once you're out, man, they are the go-between. They're the transition to get you from the fucking front gate of the joint into a classroom, and they work directly with the people at Berkeley University. These guys are badass, and a lot of them are straight fucking, ex-cons too, bro, and just giving it back. So so a few of those guys spoke. That was awesome.
Let me ask you.
Oh, there was just
the protest
go ahead.
The hunger strike is to protest the conditions in the jail, if I'm not
mistaken. The conditions in the prison, yeah, the CDC, and so look, I don't want to get into all kinds of detail about it because I did just put up an hour-long video, explains everything, has all the speakers. Just check it out; it's on our page. It's
right on.
Folsom Prison Hunger Strike.
Punctual Progress, YouTube.
Yeah, so that's up, and please check that out. And it just what these guys are going through in the prisons is intense. It's intense, and subjecting yourself to a hunger strike, it has lasting long-term physical and emotional and neurological effects on your body. You don't ever recover from not eating for 30 days. And these guys know that, and they're doing it anyway because the conditions are so fucking horrible. Dude, one of the fucking demands, bro, is a bowl and cup. That's one of their demands, dude.
Get the fuck out.
A bowl and cup.
They don't even have a bowl and cup.
Right. Okay, so it's just
God,
insanely,
even I got a cup. Shit.
Insanely inhumane.
Fucking, right? Jeez.
And it says Christians for cock on it too, doesn't it?
It does, right there. Can you see that?
Yeah. All right. So anyway, check that video out. There's a bunch of speakers in there. A lot of it is just really, really inspiring, and it's super informative. It's really cool. And then, another thing that was going on this week, dude, was the Bilderberg conference.
Yeah, that's right. Beginning of June, right?
Yeah, so they were in Chantilly, Virginia. The same.
Wow, that's awfully close to the fucking White House.
I know it is, and you know what's interesting about Chantilly is that's where Obama popped his Bilderberg cherry.
Chantilly
was in Chantilly, Virginia, and couple things to note. Mike, I believe you have a list of the agenda, okay? But one thing I just want to point out before he reads that is that all the people who follow Bilderberg are pretty much in agreement that the Trump administration, there were more representatives of the Trump administration than any administration prior. So
I have the list of attendees.
So there was at least
Tom
5.
Cotton, Lindsey Graham, dude.
Right.
So it's at least 5. Just the ones I knew.
Well, at least 5 actual members of the Trump administration were in attendance at the Bilderberg conference this year. That dwarfs any other current administration's attendance in a Bilderberg conference in the past. So for all you guys on the alt-right that think, Trump's going to bring down Bilderberg, how's he doing it? By sending all kinds of people there to suck its dick?
You can't argue with those people. They're brain dead, bro. You just can't.
So I just wanted to point that out. But, and another thing, let's get into read the
sure,
what we're on the agenda.
Because you want to know what the very first fucking topic on the agenda is?
Yes.
The Trump administration, a progress report. Okay. Transatlantic relations, options.
So wait, Mike, I want to stop you on that one real quick. So what that is 5 members of the Trump administration went to Bilderberg
to report,
to be told what to do and how to do it. They're going to give you a goddamn report card. Okay, it's not, hey, come and tell us what's going on in the Trump regime.
Like, here's what the fuck we want you to do.
Yeah, the bosses are calling you, and we have some shit to tell you. So don't fucking give me that he's going to bring down Bilderberg. But anyway, go ahead, Michael.
Transatlantic relations, options and scenarios. The Transatlantic Defense Alliance, bullets, bites, and bucks.
War is money.
Excuse me. The direction of the EU. Can globalization be slowed down? Jobs.
Slow down, it's all-encompassing.
Jobs, income, and unrealized expectations. Okay, that sounds like a fucking progress report, like a 30-day progress report before you're raised. What were your unrealized expectations, Michael? Fuck you. Oh,
what was
wait.
Go ahead.
No.
Jobs, what, and unrealized? What were the 3 things in that last
Jobs, income, and unrealized expectations.
Okay, so what that means, I'll translate that from Bilderbergese, is, jobs, income, and unrealized expectations is how do we get rid of their jobs? How do we destroy their income and let them know that all of their fucking, that their hopes and dreams their expectations were for shit. Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Wait, it gets better. Number 7, the war on information.
Wow. No, dude, I think that's very, very, very poignant.
But it's number
the
7.
The war on information.
Trump is number 1. The war on information is number 7. Wait,
and what that is how are we going to wage our war on information? They're not trying to protect themselves from the war on information.
How can we use this war on information to our benefit?
Right. No, they created it. How's our war on information going? That's what that is.
Why is populism growing? Translate that, please, into...
I will.
How can we grow it more?
Well, what I was going to say is if you want a progress report on how populism is growing, just listen to the weekly What the Fuck report. That's pretty much kind of what our show has become, right? Is we're monitoring the alt-right. That's we're doing that like crazy. I mean, obviously we cover a lot of things, but we have a pretty heavy focus on it at this point, and hopefully it doesn't have to stay that way, and we can get back to other things on Punk for Progress. But
I
think that's super telling, dude, man. That's
the rest of it sounds like a Punch for Progress show. Russia in the international order, the Near East, nuclear proliferation. Wait a minute, number 12, China. That's it, China. And number 13. China. Wait, number 13.
China.
Current events. Current events.
Okay. Well, speaking of current events, dude, we went to punk rock bowling.
OMG.
We did. We went to punk rock bowling, and it was a lot of fun. And then I hated punk rockers, and then I'm a mood swing and emotional punk rock.
It was a lot of fun. It
really was. It was
a lot of sensory stimulation over 4 fucking days. Please watch our videos. Aaron met Jello Biafra and Alice Bagg. I ran into Fat Mike from NoFX on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont. We hung out with Paul McKenzie from the Real Mackenzies on Saturday
what's up, Paul?
night.
What's up, Christina?
Oh my God, my favorite people in the whole wide world. We had it was an amazing.
And they're coming on the show. Let me stop you real quick. Paul's in Europe right now with the Mackenzies, and when he gets back at the end of this month, he's going to come on and hang out with us here at Punk for Progress.
So stoked. I told our number 1 fan that was happening. He was stoked for us. I ran into a buddy of mine here from Rialto out there, man, and then the next day he got married. So it was like...
Congrats, bro. It was nice meeting you. Congratulations.
Aaron and I beat the shit out of each other, and then we had sex on the floor. It was a whirlwind romance of punk rock and sweat and beer and piss.
Dude, we're brothers. We're family. We're family, man. By the end of 4 days, we were slitting each other's throats with rusty spoons. But it was a fucking blast, man. And
some really cool
I just
people,
think if I would go back... Oh, dude, for me, myself, at 40 years, 4 days of straight punk rock is just a little more than I'm ready to handle. I need,
I told Brian if I
come home.
I was going to say, I told Brian if I go back, he's going with me.
Cool. Oh, he would have a blast.
Oh, right? Yeah. So
no, it was really wonderful. And we got 4 different videos, or 3 different videos up from it, from day 1, 2, and 3. And then we are going to put together another show because we still have other video that we didn't put in those. We got Discharge and the Addicts.
We're going to do a whole punk rock bowling show. We're going to recap our first, 3 days there, 2 days, 3 days there because it was 4 days. And then we're going to pop in our last day that we haven't done. We'll talk about Discharge and the Addicts. And I went to see. I waited in line and got to meet Cockspar and got them to sign their new album. And gave it to Aaron because I don't have a turntable.
And I'm pointing at it right now. They can see it in the video. It's right here. Fucking beautiful. And it's that super, dude. It's bitching. It's that 180 gram vinyl. It's super heavy and thick, dude. The cover is super thick, hard cardboard, and it's embossed. And the vinyl is like purple and blue. It's really beautiful. And then the sleeve, the in sleeve of the record that the actual vinyl slips into is embossed as well. Really, really, really super top notch class A fucking packaging, dude. I'm stoked. Thank you for that, Michael. I love that.
It was my pleasure. I'm like, dude, if it's gonna stoke him out, I'm gonna get stoked out just getting a picture of me in the band.
Sure.
So I was stoked. You got stoked out. It was all worth it. And I was like, I thought I was like the last guy in line, but there was a couple guys snuck in behind me. And the girl from Dr. Martin's came up to me and just so you know, it's supposed to be over at like this time, and you're probably not gonna make it. The band's got blah blah blah. And I'm like, dude, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I just thought I'd give it a shot since. And it all worked out. It was just a great weekend. Hey, thanks, Kylie. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you to Michael. Dude, that apartment was awesome, wasn't it?
Wow. That was really
that
cool.
Was
so, and it had a built-in set. So go check it out. There's 3 videos up, dude. We have Me First and the Gimme Gimmes, Bad Religion, Iggy Pop, the Spits, the Dickies, Bouncing Souls, Enzies, shit, and there's more. I'm leaving stuff out. We got a lot of footage that's already up on our page.
That's only the first couple of days, right? Dude,
right, we got more.
Video from Friday. We got the Weirdos and you got Alice Bag and what was that other band? I can't think of it. They're right here. No, where'd they go? Oh, up here. The Avengers?
Yeah, dude, we saw the Avengers, the Weirdos, Alice Bag together, and then you know what? Because we're old, we miss television. Dude, fucking television was there.
Yeah,
but
didn't go. If we'd have stayed for television, it was Iggy. We left before Iggy was done, and we were singing "Search and Destroy" all the way back to our hotel. Yeah, and then we ran into Fat Mike from NoFX.
Yep. So anyway, we had a fucking blast. Check out the videos.
Now,
so I guess
did we forget anything? Did we forget anything to talk about? Wait a minute. Did something happen today?
There was something that happened today. Yeah, there was a dude, something about he was in Congress saying stuff, and I don't know, something about the FBI or some nonsense. I'll let you go with it, Mike.
Oh, that would be, the FBI director was here, the Senate Intelligence Committee investigated it, was chit-chatting with him. And it was crazy. I think the whole freaking nation watched. I'm sure you watched it too, right?
I watched most of it. And, here's the thing is, like, in the end, it's, I wasn't looking for any type of, the big smoking gun and everything. And, we were going to get it was a fucking shit show, dog and pony show. That's what I saw today, bro. And I guess John McCain has completely lost his mind, I think. I mean, his incoherent
questioning. Oh my God, are you seriously? That was the weirdest thing, man. He was so, and I was talking with one of my customers about it this afternoon, and I get where he was going with it. It's like, look, man, if you've got an investigation, okay, first of all, we know flat out, what did he say? No fuzz, right? That the Russians interfered in our election. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. They interfered in our election. When he left, he said there was an investigation going on at that time. I'm pretty sure it's still going on to this day. What's his name? Mueller's taking over. Is that his name, Mueller? The other director.
Remember.
The other director. Yeah, something like
that.
Yeah, so he's taken over this investigation into Russia, right? But we know that this has happened. Okay, so if Russia interfered in our 2016 election and the investigation is still open, then anybody involved in that election should be under investigation, correct? Anybody involved in that includes Hillary fucking Clinton. And I think that's where he was going with it. But something misfired in his brain, and he missed the fact that Comey had said that there was no reason to bring up charges because of the email investigation, not the Russia investigation, the email investigation, but he got that all fucked up. So, poor guy, I almost feel bad for him. I mean, he's definitely a scumbag, but, Reagan was the only one I actually enjoyed.
He's not my buddy.
No, not Comey. No, dude, not Comey. No, I'm talking about McCain.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I hate to see anybody. I hate to see anybody go down like that. Although I didn't feel bad when Reagan got Alzheimer's. And you know what? Fucking shoot me if you want. I don't give a fuck. But I did not feel bad when he got Alzheimer's.
Right.
But I do kind of feel bad for McCain. Now, as far as Comey goes, my personal opinion, and I'll tell you, this is what set it straight for me, and I talked to my son about this, okay? It's that he wrote everything down about his conversations he had and all, because he's like, this is weird, I'm going to write all this down. But when Trump tweeted that he had tapes, and Comey said, oh, fucking, do you really? Please bring them out, please. I will. Yeah, please. I hope you have tapes. He's asking for them.
Right.
That's not something a liar fucking does. That's somebody who's telling the truth right there. And so to me, that made it sound more like he was actually telling the truth. That he was actually.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think that Comey has an agenda.
No, I agree with you.
I don't think he has an agenda, other than whatever his notion of the rule of law is. I think he's kind of your typical G-man. I don't have a whole lot of respect for G-men, okay? But as far as G-men go, I don't think he's like,
what do you mean by G-man, bro?
Trump. He's an FBI guy.
FBI guy. Okay, so as an FBI guy, so typical FBI guy,
he's not out to get Trump. He wasn't out to get Hillary. And he's not our friend because he's doing these investigations. He's not on the side of the left. He's not on the side of the fucking alt-right. He's not against the alt-right. And he works for one of the investigative arms of capitalism's muscle. Okay, so I don't respect him, but he doesn't have an agenda. I don't think I guess that's about it.
Absolutely.
As clear as I can kind of put it. And because I just don't want to defend the fucking guy and say, because I see some of my liberal friends posting about how much they love Comey and what a great American hero he is, and it's because they're so incensed with wanting to get rid of Trump that they're losing some of their sense of clarity, man.
Kind of like the right did with Obama.
Right. Just because Comey is testifying things that maybe you like to hear doesn't make him your fucking pal. Well, that's all I wanted to clarify.
Was he their pal when he came out and talked shit on Hillary? No. Look,
no, they hated him. They were calling for him to be fired. They were calling for him to be fired, and then when he got fired, they protested against it. It's like, get consistent, people. That's all.
Well, it's just like WikiLeaks, bro. It's like when they're leaking shit you like them, and when they're leaking shit you don't like, then you don't like them. So what is it? Are they good or are they bad? No, it doesn't matter what they're fucking telling you. Are they good or are they bad? And see, to me, if you're leaking stuff from my side and stuff from the other side, yeah, you're probably doing the right fucking thing.
Right.
My opinion.
Well, and here's the thing too. It's like, because I just think it's an example of how, and everyone's been saying this in the mainstream media, and this won't be anything new to people, but people are thinking politically with their emotions and with their hearts. They're not thinking with their hearts.
Well,
does
they
it
do.
Feel
Sports,
good?
Same fucking thing.
Does this feel bad? Does this feel good? How do I feel about this person? It's like, it doesn't matter how you feel about that person. You gotta, you gotta be you gotta employ critical thinking a little better.
Oh, Aaron, but it does. Do you understand? I'm gonna relate this to the NBA finals that are going on right now. Just because you hate fucking Kevin Durant because he left Oklahoma City and is now on this super team in Oakland, right? You can't deny that he is not at least the second best player in the league. Whether you fucking like him or not. You follow me? So you see what I'm saying? People in sports like their people because of emotion. It's all caught up in emotion. And you're saying the same thing. Don't just like this guy because of emotion, because you're caught up in this wave of emotion because he's saying things you like. Bottom line is, you know what, bro? He didn't say a whole lot of shit that I liked. I mean, he came right out and said that Trump was not under investigation. Now, he said some things that look kind of fucking weird, like, when Trump sent Sessions, his boss, out of the room, and then, ask him to, I hope you can let this go.
Right, and Comey's response to that was, I took that as a directive.
No shit.
And he reiterated that numerous times. He said, no, I don't think that was just him saying, gosh, I hope something. He took that as, that's the President of the United States sending me a message. Exactly. And so he took it as a directive. He said that he did not comply with that directive. He was really clear about that. But that was the way he understood it.
Right.
And it's not like he's some idiot who doesn't understand language. He's the head of the fucking FBI. He's got a functioning brain.
Put it into context. You're in a room alone with your boss, and he says, I hope that you can let this go. I hope that you will do your job. Otherwise, I might have to fucking fire you. So what are you going to do? I'm going to do my job. Right? I'm just saying, if you walked into the room, if you walked into your boss's office and sat down next to him, or across from him, and he says to you, I hope you can do this. I hope that you have the capability of performing X task, this task, right?
Well, what was it? One of the scumbag politicians asked him. She said, I was an ex-journalist, something, and she said, what did she say? That I'll threaten to. I'm going to get this totally wrong, but I'll get the gist of it. That I'll threaten you with murder and devastation in the hopes, because I hope you'll give me. How did she say it? She was making an analogy about the unimportance of that word, I hope. Okay, because obviously alt-right and Trump supporters are really going to fucking hone in on that. Well, he said, I hope you don't. And what she's saying is like, no, again, like you said, Mike, you have to take it in context. It's like, if I don't, murder you, I hope you'll be my friend. Well, what you're saying is I'm going to murder you, right? So be my friend, otherwise I'll murder you. The hope is kind of it's just a loose play of language.
It's a legal unentanglement. If you say, well, right. I never told him directly. All I said was, I hope that you can do this. Well, wouldn't anybody just hope that you can? I would hope that we had peace in the world too. Right? Come on.
Right.
Fuck.
Right. No, he was telling him, dude, stop this fucking thing.
Right. No. I don't think he wanted to cross the line to where he actually said, yes, the President of the United States obstructed justice. He was not going to do that. One, it wasn't his place. And two, he doesn't fucking want to, because then you've got a third of the country up his ass.
Right. So,
not half.
So there's
like
definitely more to come.
Oh,
definitely more to come with this stuff, man. It's
more to come for Comey.
This is literally, it's just begun.
Come on me.
So,
I'm sorry, Comey.
So, let me think, Eddie. We got to tell Eddie
Money. Eddie, right? Hey, what's happening, Eddie? How you doing? Hey, happy summer. Summer's like Eddie right Money. Here, dude.
Eddie Money, I think I just want to tell you that there's probably an alt-right rally in your community, and if you came out and sang a song, who knows? You might draw some attention to, the opposition. So, Eddie Money, you need to get your guitar and get 2 tickets to the alt-right rally. Fuck Eddie. Paradise for him.
Hey, my moment. Just say no. Keep abortion legal. I love you, bro.
I love you too, bro. Hey, check us out on Facebook. Like and share our shit. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And then on Twitters, we go by Punks the number 4
progress. All right, man. Peace out.
Yeah, all right.